One thing I love about business is branding. Most people buy brand. Brand is what you really think about when somebody buys something that you know and you heard about it. Maybe you haven't even seen it, but because you've heard about it and everybody's been talking about it, you already in the know. 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to take a look at it. Now, you might not get it. But a lot of people will. A lot of people are going to go look at that thing and they're going to buy it because everybody else bought it. Now, they got this little thing called the Labubu. Labubu is going crazy right now, and it's been going crazy. I think it's just now reaching TikTok. Now, there's a lady going around talking about she has the first 24 karat gold Labubu. Okay, now she didn't have some controversial things going on with her Labubu, boo-boo and all this type of stuff. But either way, the Labubu is a very popular collectible. And I know y'all remember the NFTs. When the NFTs first came out, Gary Vee was talking about them. There was a lot of people talking about NFTs. Heck, I even thought about it. I'm like, you know what? If I can create an NFT and I can do this and do this. And a lot of people were creating NFTs, but they were creating them to help cultivate their community, which is smart. And it's the same thing with Pokemon cards or Magic the Gathering. Same thing with this Labubu. Now, most people, when they buy it, they just want to feel cool. I want to put the Labubu on my purse. I want to put the Labubu on my backpack. I want to put the Labubu on my keychain. Now, these Labubus, at some point, if not right now, are going to be worth some money. Possibly. You know, everything is possible. Anything is possible, okay? But this is a real collectible. This is a real collectible being traded just like any other trading card, just like football or baseball, like I said, Pokemon. So when you buy a Labubu, these are collectibles. I think it's 12. You got to get all 12. And I think they got some specialty items in there and stuff like that. Now I saw one lady, she had a Labubu. It was so big. I thought it was like a 3 or 4-year-old baby. And it was probably bigger than that. Maybe it's like a 5-year-old little kid. A big Labubu. They got the jumbo, super-sized Labubu. So for you Labubu fans, I might get a Labubu. You know what? If somebody's willing to send me a Labubu, DM me. I'll send you an address to send it to. If you're willing to send me a Labubu, I will put a Labubu on my book bag that I carry to work, that I carry to my office. And you know what? If you get 2 Labubus, I'll put one on my desk. So guys, I think the lesson here is understanding branding. Now, if you're not good at sales, at least you could be good at branding. Sales is one of those things that everybody seems to hate. And I think I know why. Most times, most people are trying to sell something they don't believe in. They're selling something that they don't believe in. They don't fully know how it operates, how it works, how it was built, what it stands for, what's the mission of this whole thing. That's the problem. Nowadays, sales is so money driven that by the time you're in, say, low middle class or middle class and you get a job and you're selling something, 9 times out of 10, you feel like you're ripping somebody off. So sales never feels quite right. And I think that's where branding comes in. Because if you can cultivate a community or if you can cultivate a sense of understanding within your brand, people can identify within a brand. People buy Nike, people buy Lululemon because they identify somewhere within that brand. I don't care if it's race, I don't care if it's a sport, it doesn't matter. Branding brings people together way faster than any other marketing technique. I promise you that. Now, when you think about this Labubu, they've got all these different colors. Now, that is another way to bring people together because do you know how many people are like, I got the red Labubu, I got the red Labubu, I got the blue one. Well, guess what? I'm the type of person that says I don't have any Labubus. I don't have any. But branding is so strong with that Labubu that it has everyone wanting a Labubu. They got me. Somebody send me the Labubu. So back to the lesson. If you're running a business or if you're working on building something, this is just proof that branding means a lot. I was going to say everything, but branding means a lot. But I should just say branding means everything because if people don't know who you are, if people don't understand what type of emotion that you convey when they come across your brand, your page, your aura, your energy, your vibe. Your brand should have a feel. When people take a look at what you're creating, they should feel maybe there's a sense of purity. Maybe there's a sense of rich. Maybe there's a sense of happiness. Maybe there's a sense of flow. But your brand should be able to talk to the people without actually talking to the people. And that's what the Labubu did. Before I even knew about the Labubu, and I had to do some research and try to find out who created it, it had already made such an impression on me that by the time I looked at Labubu in the face and realized how ugly it was, and they say it's cute, it's not. And if you squint, it gets even scarier. So it's one of those things where it's a FOMO thing. It's a fear of missing out. You don't know if it's one of those collectibles that's going to hit its peak. I mean, look at Bitcoin right now. We're talking about digital assets. We're talking about collectibles, and collectibles have been around for so long. When you think back, you might even go back to things like video game systems. You know, some of you might have an Atari. Some of you might still be holding on to a Nintendo. Some of you may be holding on to some of those older video game consoles that are going to be worth some money. It's going to be worth some money. And if the Labubu hits that stage, yes, it will be worth some money. I mean, heck, at one point, I was looking for Pokemon cards, and I don't even know Pikachu. I might know, maybe there's another one that I know, but I was trying to get in. I'm always trying to get in early. The same way Gary and I believe it was Kevin Hart, a lot of those guys, they missed out on Uber. So right now, it's all about awareness, paying attention to what's going on. Pay attention to your brand. Pay attention to how you make people feel. Because more than what you do for them, people care about how you make them feel. So with your brand, if you focus on how you make people feel, you will be around for a while. Branding is everything. Now, somebody send me a little boo-boo. Y'all send me a little boo-boo.